Hey guys, what's up? Since many of you are facing problem in reading the Hindu, so I thought that I'll teach you the secrets how to read the Hindu in 90 minutes or less. So this is the YouTube channel and academy and presented by me, that is Dr. Ramanjineya. First time I started reading Hindu, it took me 3 days to finish one Hindu. That is the gravity it took, and by the time I was finished, 3 more Hindus were there. So on that day I decided that I'll cut short the time, but since then it has been a long journey, and now I've been reading it for past 4 years. So now I know how to cut short the Hindu to 90 minutes or less, which is relevant for UPSC. So obviously this is me, this series is conceptualized by me. You can read more about me on my Facebook page, that is facebook.com/my name romanjineya.official. Please like it and message me your query there. I will reply within 24 hours. That's a personal guarantee, sir and ma'am. So let's begin the journey, and here we go. So certain myths before we start at all about this lecture. First thing, do not cut and paste any article. I've seen people taking scissors and cutting the article. See, this approach does not work. Why it does not work? Because at the end of the day they are physical and they will tear off. Even if they do not tear off, you will not be able to, no time to revise them. Is that understood? Do not subscribe to any other newspaper. Hindu खत्म होगा नहीं, दूसरा पढ़ोगे कैसे? The Hindu will not be finished, sir and ma'am. So how can you start another newspaper? Then do not subscribe to any financial newspaper like Economic Times or Financial Express. It is not needed at all. It is not needed at all. Then please do not make huge notes from it. If you do want to make notes, just write key phrases and keywords and facts from the article. That's it. That is the only requirement we have. Then if you really fall in love with a particular article, I want you to bookmark it. If you do not know how to bookmark, see my video how to use internet to make better videos. No, internet to prepare better for civil services. Please wake up. Then we have certain keywords. Please remember these keywords. They are not exhaustive. But merely indicative. This is the phrase which UPSC uses in its syllabus. So see, if there are words like India, development, shining, demographic dividend, poverty, judicial review, electoral reforms, planning commission, etc., etc. Similarly, if there are words related to environment and ecology like biodiversity, IUCN, hotspots, global warming, critically endangered species, climate change, etc. Similarly, in geography, we will see many concepts like any recent disaster like tsunami, earthquake, landslides, monsoon, droughts, these kind of things, articles, if they are covered. Similarly, finally, the analysis of new and flagship schemes like new schemes, similarly like Aadhaar, Food Bill, flagship schemes like MGNREGS, JNNURM, and similarly policies of Government of India. So if these are the keywords, please read them. So this is a very important slide. So please read them, and I'll again show it to you. You can take a snapshot. Here we go. So first thing first, starting with the main page. So what is main about main page is this. See, you have to read all the headlines. This is the first most important thing. So what is written in black, highlight or headlines, just read them. Few important articles are there which are to be read if ever they come. So you can avoid main page. Just do not spend more than 5 minutes on it. That's personal guarantee that nothing will come of import from it. Then mostly it redirect to page 9, 10 and 11. So then we have the page of state, that is page 2 to 5. Since they are different in different cities, so they will be different in Bangalore, they will be different in Chennai, Jaipur, Delhi. Even within Delhi or NCR, it differs within NCR also. So UPSC knows this very well. So they will not ask questions from it, sir and ma'am. So you have to avoid it at all cost. Then we have the page, national page, that is page 6, 7. Sometimes it covers matrimonial, do not read them. Then you have to read important news like, let's say, water sharing tribunals and all. Similarly, the fight between Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Kerala and Puducherry over water of Kaveri. So you know this river's name, Kaveri. So there was fight over it. Similarly, there are uses like Umeed scheme. Have you heard the name? It is in J&K. So that is youth are educated yet unemployed and blah blah blah. And can Rajasthan's universal health care, that is UHC model, be emulated in entire nation? So these are the questions which can be answered only when you read the national newspaper very well in exhaustive details. Then PDS is doing wonders in Chhattisgarh. Should a central food bill force them to change their ways? So these are the questions which will be asked. So if you read a national paper, you'll have a good perspective. Then the dreadful editorials. See, I'll draw a picture for you. So it is something like this. This is the news. This is the something like this. It appears every day, and there are comments written by frustrated souls. Then we have something called as a Hathi, that is the emblem of Hindu here. Then we have a cartoon here. So see, if you feel like fainting when you see these editorials and don't know what to do, I just want you to focus on this region. Please make sure you are with me. Just focus on this particular region, this particular region, and this particular region. They have an overlying tone of optimism, followed by pessimism, followed by constructive criticism and redressal mechanism, sir and ma'am. So again, I'll tell you, a mixture of optimism plus pessimism followed by constructive criticism and redressal mechanism. This is how you should write answer in mains. So if you focus on these three portions, it is 50% of the editorial is done. And the keywords in the first slide, they were related to, in the first slide I told you some keywords. So if those keywords keep appearing again and again in the editorial, do read the editorial. Otherwise there is no need to read the editorial. You have to read the editorial on a regular basis. You can avoid this comment section. Similarly, in OPAD, what we see is something like this picture is there, and then this picture is there, and then this picture is there, and then this picture is there. This is an apology section. गलती से छप गया, माफ कर दो. Then this section is something related to, it is taken from Guardian, New York Times. Usually it is not important. So this is what I want to convey. In these two editorials, if there are keywords which are discussed in the first slide, so if these keywords keep appearing again and again in these slides also, then you should read the OPAD, otherwise no need. You can safely avoid this section. Then we have international newspaper. It progress at a snail's pace. First day news will come, Putin and Barack Obama are meeting. Second day venue is being decided. Third day their snacks are being decided. Fourth day someone backed off. Fifth day someone is going to ask them to come back. Sixth day UN is intervening. So these are the snail's pace at which international news progresses. Most deal with deaths, protests and political upheavals. 230 people died in Burundi, 475 people died in Rwanda. These news are important but not for UPSC. They are largely useless as far as UPSC examination is concerned. So rather than tracking them on day-to-day basis, what I want you to do is, I have already told you in my video how to demolish 2015 CSE. You have to read them at the end of the month. That is from Wikipedia or from current affair module. That is it. And very few are worth reading anyway. Very few comes, you can avoid this page as well. Then business or finance news is a must which has to be read from here. On Monday there is something called as business review. It's a good thing. Apart from that, avoid all the interviews. Similarly, if there are articles reported from government sources like Arvind Mayaram, Raghuram Rajan, if you do not know these names, please know them. Then some articles related to SEBI, IRDA, RBI, inflation, etc. Similarly, if they are talking about demographic dividend, similarly if they are talking about industries, similarly if they are talking about NMIZ, SEZ. So if these are the words which keep popping up, you have to read the articles. But you have to avoid interviews, profit loss news कि Reliance का इतना खर्चा हो गया और टाटा को इतना फायदा हो गया. Or quarter third or quarter four, there are quarterly reports and these are the graphs which will be drawn. Then salaries of CEO Mukesh Ambani drawing 2 crore rupees or 3 crore rupees. It doesn't matter to us in UPSC. Then fluctuations in share prices, rupee prices, dollar, gold, silver. It might be important if you are getting married. Otherwise, please do not read them. Then the most important section of Hindu, that is science and tech. It comes on Thursday. Every Thursday you'll find it. You have to read all the major articles, period. Do not ask any questions whether it's important or not. All the articles are important. You have to avoid one which are in small fonts. They are on the here right hand side of the page and on the bottom side. So you can avoid these articles. But there are major articles like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. So one which are on the right hand side on the bottom, they are seen in small fonts. You can avoid them. You have to make good quality notes. This is the first and the only section which I will be telling you to make good quality notes from, because many questions will be asked directly, plus they are extremely volatile, especially for non-science background. So please read them. Then agriculture and allied sector, sometimes it comes, they will be talking about root and shoot borer, how to increase the productivity of mango. Unless you are a farmer, it's not important for you. You have to avoid it completely. Similarly, the sports section, see they have stopped asking PIN. Rarely any question might come which will be covered in current affair modules. So 2 to 3 pages are every day. You have to avoid it completely. Then there is an open page, avoid, 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 and avoid. Then for supplements, the best use is to eat your lunch over them. That is the best use as far as UPSC preparation is concerned. You have to avoid reading them at all costs. Then the last page is extremely important, but not for UPSC preparation. Rarely any important news comes. You can avoid archaeological news, recovery of stolen artifacts from Australia belonging to Tamil Nadu, Nataraja, new coins, silver coins having face of Raj Chol discovered from Tanjore, new clothes found, new frog species found. So every now and then something new will be found, especially from southern India. So you have to avoid such news. Sometimes they will talk about humanitarian issues also. You have to read them. So that was more or less about the how to read the Hindu newspaper. So if you like that video, do let me know. I can make a video on how to read Yojana, how to make notes, etc., etc. But you have to let me know that what is the popular demand, because I firmly believe in the principle of democracy and me being a public servant. So I will heed to your demand. Whatever video you want me to make, please do not think ki other will message. So those only who will message, I will make their video only. So you have to share this page link so that more and more people can join this democracy. And you have to vote now, and your vote will be counted. Whatever video you want me to make, I will make on it. So this is the channel and academy. This is the Facebook page, www.facebook.com/my name romansaini.official. You can also tweet to me at my Twitter handle, that is romansaini. Do like, share and subscribe, and thank you for watching the video. Do not forget the power of your vote. It's extremely important and precious. Those of you who will comment, those who will message, they are the only one which I can hear. I can't go in your head and know what you are thinking about. So please let me know what you are thinking about. Have an awesome day. Thank you for watching the video, and I hope you can finish the Hindu in 90 minutes or less. Thank you.